Hello again, Broncos country.
Really excited to chop up some Broncos with you all this week.
Bourbon, Broncos, and no BS.
It is the time, your favorite time of the week. We're not for the Raiders, Chargers, or Chiefs. So grab your brews and your fantasy league. We got that blue and orange blood that you bleed. The most loyal fans there ever could be. We are that mile high Broncos country.
Orange Weekly. Fans, brews, and Broncos news. What's up, Broncos country, and welcome to another episode of Tailgate Talk here. Oh, we got the boys and Rob. The boys are at the game. How y'all doing, guys?
What up, fellas?
They may not be able to hear us.
What's up? We can't hear you guys, so we're just gonna go. Show them
Hold on. How do I reverse this?
Turn it around.
I don't know how y'all just do this.
They have some great seats there, obviously,
Gotta hit something. Oh, here we go. We're good.
All right, we're going
and they're a
back
little
around.
drunk.
There's the running backs. All right, that's where we're at right now. Let's see if I nope, that didn't work. All right, here we go.
Show off your puffballs, boys.
Unfortunately,
puffballs representing out here at the Raiders game.
unfortunate for me. I lost the bet.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let's go, Broncos.
Hey, we're gonna let you finish. We just thought we'd join in. We saw you live. We love you guys. Love Orange Weekly.
Go Broncos!
Awesome. So the guys, Orange Weekly crew there in Las Vegas at the stadium. Rob, how are you doing, man? They rudely cut you off. I was about to introduce you, and they said, "No, we're here. We're gonna introduce ourselves." So, Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm just, trying to, like we were talking about, trying to keep the nerves at a minimum today. Today is a very important game for Denver. Well, let's face it, the next 3 games are important for Denver. But, just trying to keep the nerves low. And like you said, let's see what happens.
I'm saying that, but I'm also adopting David's. One, I'm sober right now because I'm doing the show. David and the other guys are very clearly very drunk. I'm jealous. I will try to stay somewhat sober throughout the game, but that's the only thing I have going for me right now because I'm dead inside. After the Steelers game, the Browns game, the Eagles game, and there's a fourth one in there too that we lost. I'll count the Chiefs game because we should have won that game too. After all those must-win games that the Broncos should win, that we go out there and we completely fall flat in, I'm just going to sit here and drink and watch football and be happy. And if Drew Lock throws 2 or 3 interceptions, great. If he doesn't throw any interceptions, great. Then we still have 2 other games in which we can very potentially embarrass ourselves in. Because like you said, they're all must-win games, and we don't do very well in must-win games. So, yeah, I'm pessimistic.
Pessimistic to say the least, Kevin.
To say the least.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely, Christopher, you're absolutely right. We're going to take it one game at a time. But again, it's another day. It's another game. Let's see what the hell happens.
Mm-hmm.
And let's look forward to the offseason. Let's look at the positive side of things, Kev.
There are a lot of positives coming down the pike. I will give you that. Once this year is over, however this year ends, playoffs or not, there are a lot of positives that are going to be happening to and for this team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely hope that Drew Lock has a good game today.
Sure.
I hope that we don't have any other major injuries. I hope that we at least put up somewhat of a good performance. But by God, it's the freaking Raiders, bro. Like, if we lose to the Chargers and the Chiefs, but we beat the Raiders, I'll take it.
I'll take it, but yeah.
I won't be happy about it, but I'll take it.
I'll take it. Okay. Beggars can't be choosers. Yes. Chris, yeah. So out of all of the inactives we have about 5 inactives. The most notable is Kenny Young is out again. But you're right. Kenny Griffin did play very well, and the linebacker core in general played very well last week. So, I think we'll be okay there. Obviously, having Kenny Young has been a huge boost to our linebacker core since we got him. And not having him out there has hurt, but it's not been detrimental to us. So if we're watching to see what the Raiders do, I think they're going to be picking us apart there, trying to use their tight ends, trying to, one, you're not going to throw to PS2, but find a way to hit us over the middle there with some short passes.
Hey, speaking of PS2, did you catch the picture that the Broncos posted on their Facebook page? He has orange cleats that have the old school PlayStation logo with the buttons,
Nice.
And it literally says Patrick Surtain 2.
Nice.
Those are dope. I would, dude, if I could like have just one of those shoes like in a case on a shelf, that would be dope.
Yep.
Let's see. We are also getting Draymond Jones back.
Yes, Draymond Jones will be back. That's
good.
A huge one. He's been huge, right? So I think having him there will be now. The one thing to keep in mind is the last time the Raiders played the Broncos, the Raiders had the best game of their season to date. So just something to keep in mind. Just gonna throw it out there. I'm trying, dude. I'm like, what is there positive to talk about?
Well, let's spoil it for him. You know what I mean? And
okay.
And let's hope that Denver has a slightly better game than the Raiders.
Yes. Now, Chris does bring up some good point. There are some players that were on the Raiders the last time we played them that are no longer on the team. And Waller isn't playing. Who's the other one? I can't remember who the other one is.
Here, I'll tell you.
Who was the one in the car accident for drunk driving?
Ruggs.
Ruggs, yeah, Ruggs isn't there, and Ruggs had a touchdown against us last time. We are healthier than the Raiders. Look, don't get me wrong. This game is a very, 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 very winnable game for the Broncos. There is no excuse for the Broncos to go out there and lose this game. But we've said that multiple times this year. And the Broncos just cannot be they're not consecutively effective. They keep finding ways to lose important games. And so last week was really a big one for them because that means that they could have lost one of these 3 divisional games and still had a very good chance of making the playoffs. But they complete the Bengals. That's the one we had last week. So 4 or 5 games this year that we should have won that totally just kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So look, even though Las Vegas has not played well recently, they're 2-5 out of their last 7 games. But this is the Broncos they're playing. They're going to come out swinging, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just to go back to your inactives, so aside from Teddy Bridgewater being out, McTelvin Agim is also out.
Yeah.
Michael Ojemudia and Jamar Johnson.
Yeah.
Now that is just for the Broncos. If we move it over to the Raiders here, if I can find them, because this is just an awesome website. Why are they not on here? Okay.
You're looking at
there it is.
Yeah.
Why is it not in alphabetical order? That's annoying. So it looks like Darren Waller looks like he's out. other than that, that's the only like notable player. I'm like, ooh, they're out for him. Well, that could help us. But yeah, it's the Raiders. We don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm not saying, and I'm not giving Jared any ideas, but if Fangio screws up a challenge, Jared, you keep your ass in your seat.
Yeah,
I
we
do
should
not need
message
you
him
getting
that.
arrested. I'm not driving 2 hours to come get you.
I could see him running out into the field, like trying to pick up the flag and give it back to him. Like, no, you don't challenge that. No,
I'm coaching now.
Let's see, Paul, how you doing? Looking forward to a big win and watching this game in daylight in Denver now that he's with family out over here. So, welcome to the States, man. Glad you're here watching us. Not when it's early morning for you guys or late night. I'm sure that can get annoying real fast. Let's see. There was a question or comment up here. Where was it? So yeah, Broncos think with Drew Lock, Vic Fangio, Pat Shurmur. Look, Drew Lock has thrown 25 touchdowns and 25 interceptions. What there seems to be is a disconnect between Pat Shurmur and Drew Lock, where Pat Shurmur does not, or at least has not, been able to come up with a game plan that fits Drew Lock's strengths and avoids his weaknesses. Really, at the end of the day, this team is built as a run first, run heavy offense. And that's what we need to be. We have the players to do it. We have the pieces to do it. Take the pressure off of Drew Lock and run often. Don't rely on Drew Lock's arm, because that's when you're going to be looking at him throwing at least one, if not two interceptions. So I don't know, man. That seems to always hurt us when Drew Lock goes out there is, Pat Shurmur, for some reason, can't understand how to build a offensive game plan with Drew Lock in mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. With in regards to that, Drew Lock, like I've said before, and I've said many times before on the show, I think he's a talented dude. I think that if he had a competent coach, a competent offensive coordinator, and a line that will protect him, because we've seen in the previous games that he has been kind of thrusted in there in the lieu of Teddy Bridgewater being hurt or whatever. I just don't know what it is. It's like Fangio tells the line, "Hey, don't block for this asshole." Like,
right?
He's a decent player. He's not elite caliber or anything like that, but he could be in time. And I kind of hope that we don't pull a Tim Tebow and just get rid of him to get rid of him. And then he signs with the Raiders and goes off and lights the league on fire.
Right.
Because, we will all be sitting here kicking ourselves in the ass, for not keeping him. I think Tebow could have been the quarterback of the future if they would have kept him, let Manning, tool him up, and show him, how to be a quarterback. Granted, he's left-handed. He has this funny throwing motion, but, that's besides the point. Drew Lock has the ability. It's a matter of getting, the coaching staff around him to allow him to excel and take that Josh Allen kind of a leap.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what we do with him over the offseason, of course. I mean, if we were trying to trade him, you're looking at, maybe a couple late round picks, like a sixth, 2 sixth round picks for him, maybe. So he doesn't really have much trade value. What he needs to go out there today is not try to be the hero, just move the ball effectively. Don't turn over the ball, which for him, I'm sorry, that as much as I like the guy and I want him to succeed, and I think he has the talent to succeed, he loves to turn over the ball. He needs to find a way to avoid that from happening. This game could very well come down to winning or losing the turnover battle. But Drew Lock just doesn't seem to do that very well. He likes to turn it over. Really quickly, Lee, I'm glad you're watching. Thanks for watching. We are not streaming the game. We don't do that here at Orange Weekly, because all it takes is for us to stream the game one time, and then Facebook gets mad at us. They shut us down, and then you never hear from us again, or we're blocked for 3 weeks or something like that. And so we don't stream the game here, but we will be doing a live halftime show you can check that out. As soon as halftime starts, we'll be here live to talk about the game. So I know there's a lot of people out there that won't be getting the game, but there's a lot of different, I won't say websites, but there are people out there who do stream the games and stuff. You can find those on Facebook, I'm sure, but we won't be doing it ourselves. Let's see. Locke gives us the best chance to win if he would have been starter prior to Teddy's injury. Both of them are backup caliber at best, at least right now. I mean, Teddy, I'm sorry, is backup caliber quarterback. He's not really a starter caliber quarterback. Locke has the potential to do better, Rob. But we're just not seeing it with, like what you said, the coaching staff, the line support. He's not given his best opportunity, but that could hurt him in the long run and his career.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I applaud Teddy for, as well as he has played this year, even with the I'm going to attempt to tackle the person that picked me off. No, I'm not, snafu. And then he goes out and tries to prove, okay, I'm going to do what I need to do for the team, and tries to get this first down. Then he gets, his head driven into the ground. It's just one of those things that, again, if we go into the offseason and just for argument's sake, we keep Teddy and Drew, and it's back to a QB battle, and Drew starts and improves and everything, I agree with you. Teddy is a solid number 2 backup. If Drew Lock goes down there, Teddy can go in, manage the game, and get us down the field to where we can score and keep ourselves in the game. But it's rough when you go from being the backup and not getting the main reps and getting all the mental reps, which is just as important as the physical.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But you get thrown into these situations and you're like, ah, shit, here we go.
Right.
But I don't think that's ever, at least from what I can tell when I have watched the press conferences, I've never seen Drew Lock, blame the O-line, blame the receiver.
No.
He's taken full credit for, I have to play better. I have to stop turning the ball over so that we can win as a team. Right. And I commend that. I think, I live by that creed too. If I screw something up, hey, that's my fault. Let me fix it. Right. And that's a trait that I don't think you can teach.
Mm-mm. I don't think so either. I completely agree. You see too many people throw others under the bus, and it seems like Locke has Locke has really good leadership traits. But it's when he's out there on the field, just his decision making is what seems to get him. Now, this week, while it's us who tend to give him the excuses or, make the excuses or whatnot, he doesn't have any this week. He had the first team reps all week. He's known since last week that he was going to be going in. He got half of the game with his team last week on the field. So it's not like he's just walking out there from scratch after not getting anything with the team for a while. So I don't know. There's a lot going on right there. Now, Nicole, how you doing? Glad you're here. Who are the inactive? So the big one, obviously, we know Teddy Bridgewater is inactive. Kenny Young is still inactive. Ageem is inactive. Not Okwebanon, but Ojemudia is inactive. I thought I saw something about Cushenberry, but he wasn't on the inactives list. Is he injured?
No, I didn't see anything on the inactive injuries it listed. But possibly maybe he's dealing with something.
Oh, he's on the COVID list.
COVID.
So Cushenberry is out today, but that's because he's not on the inactive list. He's on the COVID-19 list.
Well, that's why I didn't see it.
So, yeah, I missed that too. Nicole, thanks for that. I knew there was someone missing when I saw that, and I couldn't put in place who. Cushenberry is out today, so that will be interesting for the front line there.
Yeah.
Locke has, let's see. Excited to see if our passing game is enhanced. Yeah. Also want to see if Judy can run a full route and not look confused out there. You could say that for all of our wide receivers,
Yeah, I would definitely like to see Judy have a game today. He hasn't. I feel like this season and I hate even saying it like this, but I feel like we've wasted his talent all season. You know, I mean, at least he didn't have as many drops this year as he did his first year coming in. But you know, because we kind of found that two-headed monster with Williams and Melvin Gordon, that we have not been passing the ball as much. Granted, you know, you kind of need a really reliable quarterback to pass the ball, but you know, I hope that he does have a good game today, and I hope he does, you know, score at least once. You know, but that goes for the same with Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick. You know, we signed them to these extensions, and I mean, again, I know it's kind of an effed season, if you will, but you know, I feel like they haven't been performing to those extension, you know, stats. You know, it's just weird, man. Like, you know, hey, Aaron Rodgers, come on down.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you go, let me, before I get to my point here and comment off what you said, Nicole, Draymond Jones is back. Yes. So that one will definitely help us there. Kathy, how you doing? Glad you're here. Broncos will lose today because Locke is the QB. Look, Broncos lost last time because Teddy was the QB, not because Teddy was the QB, but we got outcoached from a first-time head coach that was, you know, a stand-in, you know, who was a special teams coach the week prior, you know, in Denver, no less. So, yeah, I mean, Locke could hurt us. Locke could help us. I don't know. It's tough to say. So, let's see. Again, Cushionberry has COVID, or at least is on the COVID list. That doesn't necessarily mean he has COVID, but yeah. And who is going to be the starter for center? So it looks like on the depth chart here, Austin Schlottman will be the starter for center. Now, Quinn Miners is listed as the next man up behind Schlottman as center. So if something were to happen, you could see Quinn Miners shift over there, and then Nateen Muti over at right guard. So there are some options there where they could move some people around if something isn't working well. So let's see. Lots of comments. Hey, appreciate everyone. Hey, we are getting to that point of the show. Let's go ahead and start posting your score predictions. Remember, if your score prediction is correct and the Broncos win, you will get some awesome free Broncos swag and Orange Weekly swag. Rob, yours is on back order or something like that. We know that we need to get you some still. But otherwise,
I appreciate you remembering that, because, you know, I've been patiently like, nah, it's cool. Like, I get it. But I was right once, and I was off by 3 points on another game.
You were. It was close.
I mean, I love McManus, but shit. And yes, Christopher, the Chargers are losing, which is good.
Yeah. Let's see. Could Brenton Jones, who worked with Locke on second team, start?
Brent Jones. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris,
Is that a
who
coach?
you're talking about.
Are we shooting coaches up now?
We definitely don't have a player named Brent Jones. So,
as far as I know,
sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, they know something we don't. That's very possible. Or at least they have something in their head that, you know, maybe makes sense to them, but not the rest of us. I don't know. But yeah, whoever our quarterback is, right to the wheels fall off. Let's go, Locke. Look, don't get me wrong, everyone. I know I sound super negative. I'm going to sit here and cheer for the Broncos. I'm not going to be. I've been hurt too many times. My heart is guarded. I have a stone wall around it, and if shit hits the fan, I'm just going to drink instead of cry. You know, drinking might lead to crying, Kev. But that's a separate thing. So
drink it, be merry, brother.
Drink it, be merry. Let's see. Chargers are losing. Last I saw, though, the Bills were winning. And if you're somebody who believes that the Broncos are going to win the next 3 games, you needed the Bills to lose today. The Patriots winning would have given the Broncos a 91% chance to make the playoffs if we win the next 3. But with the Bills winning today and the Broncos assuming win the next 3, it's a big if and a big assumption. That would bring the Broncos' playoff chances to 85%. My thing still there is this a team that people honestly believe could win a playoff game? I'm sure there are people out there. My orange colored glasses fell off and broke. I can't fix them. They're gone. I don't believe that we could, but that's just me. Again, been hurt too many times. Daniel thinks 24-21 Broncos, close game. Kathy, I think Fangio needs to be fired, and then a new key quarterback comes in. Yeah, look, that's there's gonna be a lot of talk about this, and we're gonna find out very quickly come the day after the Kansas City game what's gonna happen with Coach Fangio. The signings of Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick were very much in line with trying to entice somebody like Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. Hey, come down here. Hey, look at how good of a season we did with the team that we had, with the coaching staff that we had. We didn't have a very aggressive coach. We didn't have a very good offensive coordinator. We had a backup quarterback as our starter all season long, and we still finished either 8-9, 9-8, barely missed the playoffs. Imagine what you can do with this team, and a better coaching staff. So, Kathy, I'm right there with you. Okay, Sarah, I just saw your comment. I think that's kind of what I answered. But
currently, we are not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
We have about depending on who you talk to, we have a 4 to 8% chance of making the playoffs right now. If we win, that goes up to about 10 to 15% chance today. If we win next week, that goes up to about 30 to 35% chance. And then if we beat the Chiefs, that shoots all the way up to 85 to 95 based off of all the other teams. Big ones, we need the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs. We need the Chargers to lose, the Raiders to lose. Those would help because they're all in the hunt as well. There's about 6 or 7 things that need to happen over the next few weeks to include the Broncos winning out, which...
Kev, I don't know how you feel, but I definitely hate this time of the year where we have to keep track of. It's kind of like the multiverse in the Marvel universe. There's all these different ways that we could make it into the playoffs, and it just gets so damn confusing.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look this up here from 5 hours ago. That's the wrong article. Where's the one I was seeing? How the
Jerry,
Broncos
I like
can.
That. It says, get Kev Dan some new orange glasses. Come back to the light, Kev Dan.
I'm trying. I just can't.
He's adopted our friend David's mindset of just being numb at this point.
Oh, we also needed the Bengals to lose, but it looks like they're going to win today against the Ravens. Last I saw.
I thought they were getting killed.
No, Bengals were up to like 31-14 or something last I saw.
Going to the scores.
Let's see. I'm trying to find there's so many things that no article has like here's like a list of things. So we also need the Colts to lose, but they just beat the Cardinals. I talked about the Chargers, talked about the Bills. Steelers, look, the Steelers are about to play Kansas City here soon. That one's an interesting one because technically we need the Steelers to lose. Yeah, the Steelers lose, that helps us, and the Chiefs winning, that helps us because what we ideally would want is last game of the season, the Chiefs have their week 1 bye locked in. That even if they lose, they're not going to lose their number 1 seed, and then they rest their starters. Or let's say that they have the number 2 seed for some reason, but that's not going to change with the loss. They're still going to rest their starters. That gives us a chance to win. But either way, Steelers are ahead of us. The Dolphins are ahead of us, so hopefully the Dolphins can lose. The Browns just lost. So that's a big
Bengals
one.
are winning 41-21. Holy crap.
Yep. So another reason why us losing to the Bengals last week was a killer for us, because they're winning this week. And, with Lamar Jackson out, that's a big reason why, but a bigger reason why we should have taken advantage of the opportunity we had. So, look, I just mentioned like 5 or 6 teams that need to lose over the next few weeks, or at least lose a number of their games for us to get in the playoffs. And again, that's if we win the next 3 games. 1 game at a time, though. 1 game at a time. We're going to start with this one. Chris loves this feeling. Hey, man, all the power to you, man. I wish I could. I just don't. Let's see. The Broncos need a miracle. Let's face it. Yep, I'm right there with you. Our odds go up 10%, or to 10% after the Chargers lose. Okay. And yeah, you talked about the Jerry comment. There you go, Jerry. I like it. The Ravens had their 3rd string quarterback in. So, why? Yeah, there we go. Jerry, I never want a player to get hurt, but if something happens, then obviously that's a situation that you want to take advantage of on the field. So, let's see. Sad to say, let's go Chiefs. Looks like the Rams will win.
Finished 30-23 over the Vikings.
Yep. And Bills are in the lead, 33-21. I need a lot more beer. Believe me, there will be a lot more. So come back at our halftime show to see what that looks like. I know my internet is all over the place. So really quickly, before we take more score predictions, and Rob and I will give our score predictions, keep them coming in, guys. Let's see. Nicole, 24-20. We got another 24-21. That's 2. And remember, hey, if you guess correctly, send us a message on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and say, hey, here's the screenshot of my score prediction. I got it right. You owe me swag. And we'll say, sweet, that'll help us out a lot versus trying to go back and track what the score predictions were. And Chris, 28-35 Denver as well. So halftime hash, that starts at halftime. We are the original live halftime Broncos show. Make sure you come check us out as soon as halftime starts. We also got Monday Night Orange Weekly After Dark. That starts right after Monday Night Football. Tuesday night, Bourbon Broncos, no BS, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then start listening for some word on our end of year fan appreciation episode. We'll be doing that again later January timeframe. So watch out for that. Also, we got the pregame podcast, the postgame podcast. So you guys can check that out on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, all those fun places. And then we have this show, the Tailgate talk, that starts about an hour before. We got a ton of Broncos content for you. So 3 games left, about 2 weeks left, and we'll do a little bit more going into the off season. We'll have a lot of content for you guys during the off season, especially during, any breaking news, the main points of the off season, such as free agency and the draft. Will be around to give you guys some updates as well. So
maybe some trivia night.
Maybe some trivia nights. Yeah, we'll be doing some fun things to keep the off season, moving along, and hopefully not as painful as. Because I tell you what, if we get a big name quarterback in here, I'm gonna be chomping at the bit to see this Broncos football team back out there. I'm gonna be chomping at the bit. So,
well, after our season's over, Kev, we kind of just go, well, it's Sunday.
Yep.
Now what?
Well, and like Tuesday nights and stuff, Orange Weekly nights, I'm kind of like, oh, this is nice. I don't, I kind of get a night off. But then about 2 weeks later, I'm like, I'm bored. I need something to do.
Kevin starts taking up, crocheting.
No. Definitely not. Tom, how you doing? 32-24 Broncos. If the Broncos put up 32 points, I would be impressed. That is a lot.
It's
for the
possible.
Broncos. It's possible. It's a lot. But there you go. I like it, man. Sarah, 24-17. Paul, 26-17. Sarah says 17-10. Jerry, 28-20 Broncos. Fingers and toes crossed. I love it. He's waiting. And yeah, Kathy, so we're on each Sunday, each Broncos game day is the better way to say it. Broncos normally play Sundays, but if the Broncos don't play Sundays, then we don't really do a show. But whenever the Broncos play, we're on an hour before the game and at halftime as well. So, like I said, the Tuesday night show is 7 p.m. Mountain Time, so that would be 8 p.m. Central Time, if I'm thinking about that correctly, 1 hour forward.
Kev, I'll be honest, I suck at time zones. I have to Google it every time.
That's because I lived in the time zones, so I'm kind of like, I have it mapped out in my head at least a little bit. Let's see. During the off season, good. Yeah. Thanks, Jerry. Good question, Sarah. So we'll keep you updated. Look on our Facebook page. If you make sure you're following our Facebook page, Broncos Orange Weekly. And we'll do like event reminders and stuff for when we're going to go live, but you can expect there to be a pre-free agency show on Tuesday nights and podcasts. And you can expect one to, like, the following week after free agency, pre-draft, during the draft, post-draft. So you can expect us whenever the big time periods of the offseason are, you can expect us to be around there. But we're going to go out there and put down, and create events for when we're actually going to be live and doing shows and stuff. So you can check that out then. Let's see. Christopher, like to see a future QB and new system for Denver. Makes two of us, man. Jerry, we got David, Jared, and Ray at the game. So we got three of them there. And they're already drinking happily. But with that being said, keep posts coming. We're going to go down our score predictions and what we expect to happen. Rob, I'm going to let you go first, man. What you got?
I was hoping you were going to go first.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to be a Denver blowout. I really hope that it's not a Raiders blowout. I don't know. I kind of want to lean 24-21. I mean, I can't see either one of us scoring more than at the highest 27 points, but I think I'm going to say 24-21 Denver.
Okay. Chris, Dan, just so you guys know, we do have another, I guess you can call it secret show. I don't really advertise. I don't know why, but our newest show is Orange Weekly Backstage. That happens at about 8 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday nights. So if you watch our 7 p.m. show on Tuesday nights, immediately following that, we move to our YouTube channel only and do a live show there where we just sit around, drink. We don't really talk about Broncos football. We just talk about random shit and drink. So make sure you check out the Orange Weekly Backstage show Tuesday nights at roughly about 8 p.m. or immediately after our Bourbon Broncos No BS show. Jeremy, you're in the wrong place, man. I don't know how you found your way here. You got lost. So I don't know what to tell you. Although he's probably going to like what I have to say. Yeah, thanks for joining. Glad you're here, man. You must like the Broncos a lot to be on a Broncos show. Let's see. Kathy, you think Denver 21, Vegas 14. Okay. Here's what I think. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Locke's going to throw at least one interception. Score prediction, Raiders 20, Broncos 15. And we're not able to complete a game-winning drive. That's the way I see it going. We'll be able to keep it a low-scoring game because I think our defense is going to come out and show out just like we normally do. I think bad decisions from Drew Lock and some mistakes we make are going to be what do us in. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, guys. If I'm wrong, you all can message me and tell me to eat crow. Just shove it in my face. Kev Dan, you were wrong. Broncos won. I hate you. I love you because you're on Orange Weekly, but I hate you. But
after the game, Kevin just powers his phone off.
And I'm just like, I'll be too drunk.
Oh, no, the battery died.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think Locke's going to give up a few sacks, Sarah. He holds onto the ball too long. He's just trying to, I just think that it's, yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But just seeing what this team has done in big games previously where, these were must-win games like the Bengals, the Steelers. I could go on through the list again if you really want me to. I won't, but there's a list there, and we all know what those games are.
Don't get them riled up.
Yeah. And so, what has this team shown me in the past to make me believe that they're going to go out there on the road in a must-win game and do well? So if this is the game they go out there and they do it and make me believe again, great. All the power to them. And then next week I'll be singing a different tune because I think they have a better chance against the Chargers than they do against the Raiders, to be honest with you. That's the way I'm seeing it right now. So, but look, this is it. If we don't win today, that's it. So you're talking about one win or one game at a time. This is it. This is do or die for the Broncos, and let's see them go out there and kick ass, man, and prove me wrong. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I prepare for the worst and hope to God for the best, but we just got to see what happens.
Yeah,
Kimberly, you're absolutely right. Any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody.
I'm just gonna try to catch up to your son there on the number of drinks he's had and see how my feelings change. I mean, he's had like 2 drinks, so I'm sure that's like his max. He never drinks more than that. So
lies.
Jared's gonna be like, "What did you tell my mom?" Nothing, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. Cool. With that, guys, we're going to sign off. Hey, remember, I'll be here for the halftime hash. So as soon as that starts, we'll be here to break down and take your comments and questions and thoughts about the first half of the game. So don't worry about what the TV people are saying at halftime. Come on over here. If there's any other Bronco show you know of that does a halftime show, ignore them. We're the original. So come back over here. Anyway. Kathy, thanks for that update. Bills just won, so that actually hurts us, but I'm okay with the Pats losing because I hate the Patriots.
FYTB.
FYTB and the Patriots in general. Anyway, cool, guys. Thanks for joining. I appreciate everybody watching. You are all fantastic. Seriously, we do this for you all, and we'll keep doing it as long as you all keep coming back. Rob, thanks for helping me out today. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, boss. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody at Orange Weekly. And Kevin, you know what they say. We're going to end it on a very strong
Go
Broncos.
Take care, everyone.
Do what I like, yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right, and I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, cause I know I'm the show, in the zone, here I go.